Pot, and this is Shiji Mohan, and in today's class, let's see what Francis Bacon, a great philosopher and prose writer of the Renaissance age, says in his classic essay of Truth. Now, Of Truth is Bacon's masterpiece in which he argues that people have a natural tendency to lie to others. And in his essay, he speaks in favor of truth, distinguishes it from lie, and forces us to speak truth in every situation. Now, his essay begins with a biblical allusion in which Pontius Pilate asks Jesus Christ, "What is truth?" Now, just check out how this essay begins. "What is truth?" said jesting Pilate, and would not stay for an answer. Now, Pontius Pilate was a Roman governor who gave the order for the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. And before execution, Pontius Pilate posed a question to Jesus Christ, "What is truth?" and just walked away even without waiting for a reply. Now, this gesture of Pontius Pilate shows, or it reflects, how humans in general avoid truth. Now, moving on, Bacon tries to say the reason why people hate truths or why they stick on to falsehood. And the first and foremost reason is that truth is achieved only through hard work, and man is unwilling to work hard. Secondly, it diminishes freedom, or it curtails man's freedom. And one more reason is that it is hard to digest, meaning when we speak truth to the people, they hardly believe it. As the essay advances, Bacon compares truth to a daylight because it depicts everything very honestly and transparently, and lie is compared to a candlelight. And he also compares truths to a pearl which shines in the broad daylight, and it shows what is visible to the naked eye. And lie or falsehood is compared to a diamond which shines irrespective of day and night, and it gives an illusion of a light at night. Now, Bacon further says that a bit of lie, when added to truth, is like making an alloy of copper and gold. It's easier to work with these metals when an element is added to it, but of course it makes it impure. So a combination of truth and false has the capacity to please humans. Now, Bacon also compares falsehood or lie to a snake crawling on its belly rather than walking on its feet, because a liar can't keep his head straight and face the world because he feels guilty all the time. Now, there is no other activity more shameful than being false or treacherous. Bacon also mentions in this essay that the early writers of the church called poetry wine of the devils, because poetry is filled with imagination, it exaggerates things, it's full of fancy. Bacon also quotes Montaigne, who said that a liar is a man who is brave towards God but coward towards man. And by this he tries to say that a liar is afraid of his fellow men but not afraid of God. And he knows that on the doomsday he has to face the wrath of God and has to suffer punishment. Yet he promotes falsehood for his temporary satisfaction. Bacon concludes this essay with the words, "He shall not find faith upon earth." And by these words, he tries to say that if we continue this way, then this earth will reach a state where faith no longer exists. And if Jesus comes again, then he will not find faith on earth. Now let's move on to questions and answers. What is the opening essay in the final edition of Bacon's essay collection, Essays or Counsels Civil and Moral? Of Truth. Essays or Counsels Civil and Moral is the name of the essay collection of Francis Bacon, which comprises of 59 essays, and Of Truth is the opening essay of this collection, and the last essay is Of Fame. Of Truth is published in the last edition of the essays in the year 1625. Bacon published 3 editions of his essays, first in the year 1597, second 1612, and finally in the year 1625. Who wrote the book Jesting Pilate, a phrase coined by Bacon in the opening sentence of his essay Of Truth? Aldous Huxley. Aldous Huxley was an English writer and philosopher, and Huxley's book, Jesting Pilate, took its epigraph from Bacon's essay of truth. What do the Latin words vinum demonum mean? Wine of the devils. And poetry is called wine of the devils. And here is a line from Bacon's essay of truth in which we have these two Latin words. One of the fathers in great severity called poesy vinum demonum because it filleth imagination. A liar would be brave toward God while he is a coward toward men. Bacon borrowed these words from which French writer? Montaigne. Montaigne and Bacon are Renaissance essayists, and Montaigne is known as the inventor of essay and is considered as the father of modern essay. In which of his essays did Bacon repeat the concluding line of truth, of counsel? And the concluding line is, he will not find faith upon the earth. And here Bacon speaks about Jesus Christ. In Bacon's essay, truth is compared to pearl and lie is compared to diamond. What, according to Bacon, is the first creation of God in the works of the days? The light of the sense. And Bacon here brings in the biblical example of the God's creation of light, and he means to say that when God created the world, he first gave the light of sense to mankind so that human beings could see and sense the world around them. Then he gave the power of reason so that humans could reason what was good or bad in the things happening around them. The poet that beautified the sect that was otherwise inferior to the rest. Bacon quotes which Roman poet in his essay of truth? Titus Lucretius, and here sect means Epicureans. Bacon here quotes a thought and not the exact language of the beginning of the second book of Lucretius on the nature of things. Certainly it is heaven upon earth to have a man's mind move in charity, rest in providence, and turn upon the poles of the truth. This line appears in of truth. And it means man should do the act of charity and have faith in every matter and also faith in God. And the realization of truth should make man humble and involve himself in charity and good work. And it shows Bacon's strong belief in truth and divinity. But it is not the lie that passeth through the mind, but the lie that sinketh in and setteth in it that doth the hurt. Bacon means lie that settles in the mind is harmful. And that mixture of falsehood is like allay in coin of gold and silver. This line occurs in which essay of Bacon? Of truth. What is compared to candlelight in this essay? Lie, and truth is compared to daylight. It is a pleasure to stand upon the shore and to see ships tossed upon the sea is a line from Bacon's essay of truth. There is an allusion to a Greek writer in Bacon's essay of truth, and that is Lucian. I hope this quick summary and questions and answers of Bacon's of truth will help you in your exams, and more of Bacon's essays will be included in my coming videos. So stay tuned to Inkpot, and thanks for watching.